Welcome back, guys. This is Fearful Hog. So today I wanted to rank every single map in Roblox Rivals. A couple caveats before we get into this, though. It's only every solo map. I'm not counting every big map, the shooting range, anything like that. I could do that in a future video, though, if this video gets enough, praise. Because to be honest with you, the reason I'm doing it right now isn't just because I'm lazy. It's also the fact that I don't really play duos, trios, or definitely not squads. So I don't really play them maps, and that's why I'm going only solos. That's the only caveat. Well, apart from the fact that this is my personal list. Of course, if you have a completely different playstyle from me, you'll have a different list. And hey, if you do, make sure you let me know down in the comments below. Leave your list down in the comments below. If you think what I say is absolutely insane, then make sure you let me know just how dumb I am in the comments down below. With that being said, let's get right into the ranking. At least my ranking. You know a map is good if your opponent has to directly question why you'd ever play this map. And that is why Backrooms is my number 11. The worst map in Rivals in solo, in my humble opinion. It's just this thing is not good, realistically. It's dark, it's cramped. It really works for people that really like spamming explosions for some reason. It's just, I don't get this map really. And it kind of tells you all you need to know about the fact that the one match I've played on this map, for this video of course, had a guy literally question why I was playing on it. It was actually insane. I am sorry, but Backrooms is at the bottom of my list. I couldn't think of a worse map in Rivals, at least for solos, obviously. That's why I put it down here at the bottom. With that being said, let's get into number 10. Hopefully a bit better than Backrooms, but still, clearly not much better if I'm still putting it second last. Before you go ripping my head off, oh, Fearful, people love Playground. That is why this list is about my opinion. I'm sorry. I understand why people like Playground, but in theory, I should like this map as well. I mean, it's medium to slightly long-range combat, usually, considering most people are in the sky. And I'm a medium to long-range combatant most of the time. But it's the fact that most of this map's gameplay is due to quick movements in the sky, which I hate. Because quick movements is not something I do, especially not quick aerial movements. I like to hit my shots and not be flashy with movement. So because of that, Playground is getting 10th. It's lucky that Backrooms exists, because if it didn't, this would be the bottom, just because it melds so bad with my actual playstyle. Again, not a technically bad map, but a map that I don't like because it does not meld with my playstyle at all. Yeah, another map where I was directly asked by my opponent why I was playing on it, and just like in the Backrooms, I explained to him, hey, I was recording a video. But what does Graveyard have that the previous two maps don't have? That's a cool aesthetic, man. I know Backrooms also kinda goes for the creepy aesthetic, but it fails completely at it, man. But Graveyard actually has this such a cool aesthetic, man. Yes, the map layout might be complete buns, but it's just the vibe of the map. It's absolutely awesome. It's the fact that when you're about to win, the game's coloring changes from normal coloring to grayscale. It's the ambience of the map, man. I would absolutely love this map if its layout was not in complete terrible map, man. It's so boring in layout standards, but the aesthetic, the vibe is so on point, man. Please rework this map, devs of Rivals. Please rework it and make it a good map, man. The aesthetic of this map easily makes it top 5. It's just a good layout, please. I'm not gonna lie, at this point in the game, of course I was playing it in order of how it is in, the actual choosing a map screen. I kind of recognized maybe I understand why so many people just choose arena, because there's actually quite a few maps in this game that are just downright bad to play in solo, and Onyx is one of them. I'm sorry, Onyx barely misses the bottom tree, only by the fact that the bottom tree are actually so boring to play that I would literally rather not play it again than play any tree of them. And this only barely misses by the fact that I guess there's some cool things about it. It's unique that it's like a circle, but other than that, it's a terrible map, man. It's just so boring. I mean, every single round feels like I'm getting demolished on this map. For some reason, I can never win a match on this map. It's just not good. I'm sorry, Onyx, not a good map. Although, one thing I'll say for the map, it looks really, really cool, okay? That's what I'll say about the map. It looks absolutely awesome. That's the only positive I can give it, pretty much. This has less positives, but also less negatives. So, I'm not gonna lie, this video might sound like it's really like negative, but maybe it's just because I'm figuring out that there's quite a few maps in Rivals that I just don't have an appreciation for. Maybe if I played it more and every single match I was playing wasn't Arena or whatever I choose, usually Dock. Maybe if I wasn't playing them two maps, maybe I'd have appreciation for these other maps. But I mean, what can I say about Station? I don't know. It's a pretty dull map. I don't like getting Station because again, I always feel like I'm losing on it. Although it is a cool looking map. I like the two buildings, and I like the fact you can jump on the electricity pole in the middle. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's bad that that's the only praise I can give. Like one place away from like the top five. It's really bad that this is what I can give to this like the seventh highest map in this game. But still. Okay, so now we're out of that little hump in the middle where, of course, I wasn't sure what to say about the maps, you know. Not so bad that I had, like, a minute completely to rip into them and, like, a minute to praise them. But we're getting back into the point where I can talk for a minute or more about the maps. And here's a map which I don't really enjoy outwardly, it's Bridge. Again, another map I should be enjoying. I mean, if both of you are fighting on like the conflicting sides, that's long range combat. It's pretty much made for snipers or for shotguns. It's weird. There's no medium range engagement on this map. It's rather long or short range. But my problem with this map is it feels a bit too cluttered. I don't know, there's just so much stuff in the street, which of course, I mean, if they didn't have it there, it would just be like, you know, a rectangle you're both standing on the opposite ends of. But I don't know, there's something about like the clutter in the middle of the map that just makes me always feel a bit nervous about playing it. I don't know. And again, another map where I feel like I have no particular reason to dislike this map. It's just whenever I play it, I feel like I do worse than I usually do on, you know, the other four maps I have left. So I don't dislike this map. It just happens to be where it is because the clutter makes me feel weird. I don't know. The clutter in the middle of the map just makes me feel weird. But still, I mean, for 6th place, we're actually getting into maps where if I had to play, I'd be like, okay, it's this map. I don't particularly care. I don't hate it, but I'd much rather getting one of my maps, you know? But still, you know, it's better than just seeing Arena every game, I guess. So breaking into the top 5, and we have Splash. I'm not gonna lie, in this 1v1 I was doing, I claimed that I hated this map, although in retrospect, looking at all the other maps, I wouldn't say I hate Splash. I would say I have a mild enjoyment of Splash at the best of times, and at the worst times I feel like I'm playing the same round over and over again. I don't know, I like Splash's aesthetic, I really like the colours. I really like the fact that if you freeze someone they die in the water, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's like a mechanic on the map that I can really get behind. In fact, I thought about making a video about just getting kills like that to win a match, but I think that'd be just way too hard or just way too long to do, but still, regardless, completely forgetting that. This is a map that I feel like more than others, well, more than apart from Arena, I guess. It feels like every single round is exactly the same. I don't know. Is that an issue that only I have? Or is every round you also play on Splash just feel like it's the exact same round over and over again? I don't know. This map just makes me feel like I'm in a time loop whenever I'm playing it. But it still breaks the top 5, and I would still say I enjoy half the time I play on Splash, I'm not gonna lie. And finally, in the top 4, we get to maps where I outwardly enjoy them. These are maps where I have no caveats to my enjoyment of these maps. And in the top 4, just missing out on top 3, is Construction. A good map. A really good map. A map I enjoy quite a bit. This map has no real long range engagement, but it's rather super medium range or short range. But still, I like the verticality of this map. Yeah, it's only like two floors obviously, but I really like the 2 floors, you know? I feel like both of them have their ups and their downs. I like the fact that it's easily accessible, both floors. I mean, from the bottom you can get from the top, and from the top you can get to the bottom. I like the spinning containment or cargo container in the middle of the map. That's pretty cool. And I also even like the fact that for some reason people can get over to like the other side and get to the crane and just rat up there with a shield. Okay, I don't like the fact they can rat with a shield, but still, regardless. I don't know. The only issue I'd say I have with this map overall is the fact that, I mean, if someone's using specifically a flamethrower, they can use like the steam burst to knock you off. That's a bit annoying, but I mean, other than that, that doesn't really matter. Still, overall, this map is really good. Invites a whole different amount of playstyles, man. This works for a lot of like playstyles, so I really like this map personally. And then in number 3, we get to the map of all maps. The only map in the game, if you ask apparently like 80% of solo players, at least the solo players that get paired against me, it's Arena. And I'm not gonna lie, Arena gets on my nerves a bit. If I made this list about like 3-4 months ago, I'd probably put Arena down at 6 or 7. Although, in me pivoting away from just using sniper and starting to use crossbow, I know. I mean, it's pretty much like saying, wow, I've changed so much. I've stopped wearing light blue and I've started wearing cyan. I know, very similar. I mean, exact same principles pretty much, but still, regardless. In using what is a medium range sniper instead of a long range sniper, which is just a sniper, I've actually gained a tiny bit more appreciation for arena, but I still don't enjoy it as much as I could because 60% of the time I'm playing on arena, then 30% of the time I'm playing on dock, then 10% for the rest of the other maps. That's why I didn't have much to say about most of the maps in this, because I just play arena so much. And I get it, okay? Arena's a good map, but it's not so good that you have to only play on arena. And it's also kind of the type of people that play on arena. It's the people that will play default loadout, say default loadout to you and expect you just to have to listen to them. Or type of people that say knife when you don't switch to knife because they said it mid-round and then they kill you. They start giving out to you because you're not using knife. It's the type of people that specifically only choose arena that makes arena go down to third in my opinion. Because this could easily be second in my mind, but it's just what I like associate with arena, which makes me not be able to put anywhere higher than what it is at Trey. Again, it's the OG map of the game, but personally, it's always going to be Trade because the connotations it has for me. But still a great map, man. I still like the fact that, you know, I mean, short to medium range engagements. It's still a very fun map to play, but maybe if I wasn't playing it, like, again, 60% of the time I was playing this game all the time, then I think I'll be a bit happier with it, I'm not gonna lie. And then we get to the penultimate map. I'll be honest, half this video was only made so I could say penultimate. Great word, but regardless, my second favorite map in solo rivals is Crossroad. A really good map. I have barely anything to give out about Crossroads. Well, I enjoy it so much, but there's one glaring issue with regards. We'll get that in a second. Crossroad is a really nice looking map. I like how like saturated the colors are. I like the fact that it's kind of a big map, but not like a incredibly large map. It's like they could have easily made like a map like this where it's big and like quite a bit of elevation. It could have felt like way too big that you never get engagement, but they've made it in such a way where you'll always be engaged in a fight usually, especially if you're playing solos. But there's one glaring issue, and it's right prevalent middle screen right now. It's the hill. If you're spawned on the side of the map where you get the hill, you pretty much win the round. I'm sorry. I don't know if there's some crazy like tech to be able to win from like the building or the low ground down there. But for me, if I don't have the hill, I am probably cooked like a goose. But that's the only issue with the map. So it doesn't like really hurt the map for me that much. Yeah, I just have to accept, okay, I didn't get the hill this time, I'm dead this round, but still, apart from the one glaring issue that like one spawn's incredibly better than the other, I still love this map. If you've been kind of paying attention to this video, or you know, you've ever watched my streams, you'd know that Dock is my favorite map on Rivals. I'm sorry. This map is just mwah. It's just, I cannot talk about this map enough. It's just perfection in my opinion. It's mid to long range combat at its best. And plus there's short range engagements as well. If you're fighting inside a building, that's short range. For some reason, people give out whenever I choose it sometimes. I mean, sometimes I'll get the rogue message like, oh, why'd you choose Dock? It's because it's perfect, that's why I choose it. Like, the roofs, oh man. The insides of the building all have a purpose, apart from the yellow one, but we won't talk about that, you know. Every masterpiece has its flaw, and this flaw is the inside of yellow, but regardless, neither here nor there. Everything about this map is absolutely perfect, and I will glaze it till the day I die. In fact, I glaze it so much on stream, I kind of find myself at a loss for word to actually glaze it right now. But all you need to know is this is perfection. With that being said, guys, that is all of the maps in solo rivals. If you have a different list, which I presume you would, although I guess it's kind of likely that you won't, but regardless, if you have a different list, leave it down below. If you think you know someone who enjoys this video, please send it to them. I mean, I think it's a pretty good video, and make sure to like the video if you have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and until next time, stay awesome. Goodbye.